maybe in August up at the North Pole.
Yeah.
Where you have 20 hours of sunshine.
I think that's why they play it in Indian Hills. They have lights. Good for baseball.
That's nice.
Yep, that's down 75. That's a little bit south.
We're live.
Okay.
Sarasota.
You'll have to start announcing it. I'll mute.
Gotta figure out what sheet is what here.
It automatically comes off as a broadcast.
Starting lineup between Corford from Iowa Western, leading off in center field number 7, Will Gregory. Batting second in left field number 5, Charlie Bennett. Batting third the shortstop number 14, Tyler Lee. Batting fourth at second base number 6, Sidney Reed. Batting fifth the catcher number 4, Cassie Beebe. Batting sixth in right field, number 1, Alyssa Maldonado.
Welcome back to the Tigers softball complex as we are getting ready for the winners bracket championship game here of the Iowa Community College Athletic Conference softball tournament. It'll be the 1-seed Indian Hills versus the 2-seed Iowa Western. Indian Hills is the home team. The starting lineup for Iowa Western: Lily Gregory, the center fielder, will lead off. Carly Benesh, the left fielder, bats second. Tyler Lee, the shortstop, hits third. Sydney Reamer, the second baseman, is in the cleanup spot. Cassidy Beebe, the catcher, hits fifth. Alyssa Maldonado, the right fielder, bats sixth. Allison O'Driscoll is the designated player, hitting seventh for the flex player, Julie Katz, who is in the circle. Madison Kim is the first baseman, batting eighth, and Logan Brown is over at third, hitting ninth. For Indian Hills, Taylor Spreckelmeyer is in left field. Chloe Olson is the center fielder. Macy Harrington is in right field. Jordan Holland is over at third. Vanessa Bakley is the shortstop. Brooke Snyder's at second. Jaylee Reintz is over at first. And Alexis Westerkamp is the catcher. Alexis Grote is in the circle. She's 14-6, 2.21 earned run average, 25 starts, 27 appearances now. She's thrown 23 complete games, 168 innings, 116 hits allowed, 53 earned runs, 68 runs overall, 255 strikeouts to just 54 walks. Both these teams were powered by home runs earlier today, as Indian Hills hit 4 home runs in their 11-3 win over MCC. Iowa Western hit just 2 home runs in their win over Southeastern 8-3. But one was a 3-run homer by Lily Gregory stepping in, and the other was a grand slam by Tyler Lee. These teams played 4 times during the regular season. Indian Hills won 10-2 and 3-1. Iowa Western won 5-2 and 4-2. So they split 2-2. The winner of this game gets a big advantage, because if you win this game, then you would have to be beat twice to lose the conference title. We should be in for a good one here between Iowa Western and Indian Hills. That pitch hits the outside corner for a strike. Lily Gregory will lead it off. She hit her 7th home run earlier to right center field. It was a big one. And Southeastern was leading 1-0 at the time, as that pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike count. In our other game, Southeastern defeated MCC 4-3 to knock the Tigers out of the tournament. And the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. So Southeastern will await the loser of this game, and they will play them at 11 a.m. tomorrow. This is our final game here of day 1. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the glove. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Gregory. Coming into the day, one of the top hitters in the conference, .471 batting average. The 2-2, swing and a miss. She struck her out. So Grote strikes out the first batter, and that'll bring in Carly Benesh. She's made some really nice plays out in left field. She's made them look kind of routine, but she's gotten some balls that were hit pretty hard out to left, and she's gotten just really good jumps on the ball. And now she'll stand in with 1 out here in the top of the first. And she takes a strike on the outside corner. No ball, 1 strike count on Benesh. And that's in there for strike 2. Grote has come out throwing strikes. He struck out Gregory on a 2-2 pitch. Now she's ahead of Benesh, 0-2. And that pitch misses up. Tried to get her to chase. And the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. A 1-2 delivery coming here for Grote. And swing and a miss. So back-to-back strikeouts for Alexis Grote. She had 255 of them coming into today. That was before she came on against MCC earlier today. And that pitch is in there for a strike. She struck out 3 versus MCC, so that would be her 259th strikeout. And a swing and a miss by Lee, and no balls and 2 strikes. Lee hit the grand slam that put the win away against Southeastern as she's able to get a piece of it. The sun finally shining here in Marshalltown. Been pretty much an overcast day most of the day. But here in this final game, it has broken through the clouds and it's shining down, popped up, and out of play. And we'll stay at no balls and 2 strikes on Tyler Lee. 398 hitter coming in, 10 home runs, now 56 driven in. The pitch, change up high. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. It's popped up left side. That's going to be out of play. And we'll stay at a 1-2 on Tyler Lee. Trying to strike out the side here in the top of the first is Alexis Grote. As Wrights from first base, maybe a little motivation. As Grote shakes off an out time called by the hitter Lee. I was driven in 56. Both teams with the ace in the circle popped up, and this one's going to be out of play as well, so pretty good battle. It's Tyler Lee making Alexis Grote work here in the first. Still 2 away, scoreless between Iowa Western and Indian Hills. Swing and a miss on the changeup. Nasty pitch there. And Grote strikes out the side. All 3 swinging. No runs, no hits, no errors. No one left for Iowa Western. We played a half inning. Indian Hills will have their first crack at the plate. Their lineup looks like this. Brooke Snyder, the second baseman, will lead off. Vanessa Bakley is the shortstop, hitting second. Macy Harrington, the right fielder, bats third. Chloe Olson, the center fielder, hits fourth. Jaylee Reince, the first baseman, bats fifth. Alexis Westerkamp, the catcher, hits sixth. Jordan Holland over at third will bat seventh. Abigail Sweet is the designated player. She'll hit eighth. And Taylor Spreckelmeyer is the left fielder, batting ninth. For Iowa Western, Carly Benesh is in left field. Lily Gregory is the center fielder. Alyssa Maldonado is in right. Logan Brown's over at third. Tyler Lee is the shortstop. Sydney Reamer is at second. Madison Kim is at first. And Cassidy Beebe is behind the plate. Julie Katz is in the circle. Katz is 14-6, a 1.74 earned run average. In 117 innings, she's allowed 89 hits, 29 earned runs, 49 runs overall. She struck out 127 and walked 40. She's had 10 complete games. She'll face Brooke Snyder to start off the Indian Hills bottom of the first inning. Indian Hills without their center fielder, Brittany Lloyd, who suffered an injury in the game versus MCC. know the exact extent of the injury, but looked like her lower left leg. She was trying to steal second. So Brooke Snyder moves up one spot in the leadoff spot.
The second baseman, number 14, Brooke Snyder.
She hit two-run home runs earlier against MCC. A pitch from Katz in there for a strike. Snyder's now hit 21 home runs and driven in 65 as she takes up 1 ball, 1 strike. Katz looks in and missed high again. 2 balls and a strike. Another Western pitcher, Julie Katz from Louisville, Nebraska. As that pitch missed in. 3 balls and a strike on Snyder. She's not afraid to take a big rip. And she takes a strike on the outside corner. Beautifully placed pitch that time for Katz. 3-2 pitch coming to Snyder. And it's driven out to center field, but Gregory's got a beat on it, and she'll make the catch. And there's 1 away here in the first inning. And that'll bring in the shortstop, Vanessa Bakley.
Number 3, Vanessa Bakley.
As that pitch misses in. 1 ball, no strikes on Bakley. And that pitch hits the outside corner. Well, the count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Bakley, a .318 hitter on the season. 42 hits and 132 at-bats. And she's behind in the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Katz had to work to a full count to get Snyder, and now she's ahead of Bakley at 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 missed away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch, driven down the left field line and foul. Will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A 2-2 pitch coming. And it's popped up, short left field side, and a nice running catch by the third baseman, Logan Brown. In foul territory. She's able to run it down behind the third base bag. So 2 up and 2 down for Indian Hills here in the first. And that'll bring in Macy Harrington. Fouled straight back. So no balls and a strike on Harrington. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. And this is down in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike on Harrington. The top home run hitter for Indian Hills, 23 home runs on the season. 1-1 pitch is in there for strike 2. One-two pitch coming here from Katz. It's popped up left field side, and that's going to be out of play. And the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Harrington, a .384 hitter. And the 1-2 pitch misses down and in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch to Harrington with 2 outs. Popped up and out of play. Another 2-2 delivery inside, 3-2. So the second full count of the inning. Cats went 3-2 on Snyder before getting her to fly out to center. Now it's gone 3-2 on Harrington. The pitch, line foul. Well out in front of that was Harrington. She struck out 30 times on the year. Chloe Olson is on deck. The 3-2 swing and a miss. So the first strikeout for Cats and a 1-2-3 inning for Cats, as no runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on for Indian Hills. We've played 1 inning scoreless between Indian Hills and Iowa Western. And this winner's bracket final in the Iowa Community College Athletic Conference Division I softball tournament. So Alexis Groh will go back to work. She struck out the side in the first. She'll face Sydney Reamer, Cassidy Beebe, and Alyssa Maldonado in the second. Road is a freshman pitcher from Oskaloosa for Indian Hills. As Sydney Reamer will stand in. Reamer, a sophomore from West Wendover, Nevada. The throw from short in time to get her, as Bakley fields the soft ground ball and throws out Reamer. First Reaver to put the ball in play.
The catcher, number 4, Cassidy Beebe.
And that'll bring in the catcher, Cassidy Beebe. So the sun has come out and the wind has picked up a little bit. As Beebe takes up for a ball. One ball, no strikes. On the catcher, Beebe. The 1-0 popped up and out of play. One ball, one strike. Beebe, a .319 hitter. 10 doubles on the season, so she's got extra base power. One ball, one strike pitch. Popped up and over by us, and it lands just between a couple of Indian Hills fans as it was straight up in the air, and it landed right in the bleacher section to the left of us. I thought it was fairly close. And the 1-2 pitch is just off the inside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch coming to Beebe. She drives it into left field. It's going to be a diving catch made by Spreckelmeyer. Well, Taylor Spreckelmeyer able to come up with a nice defensive play, as that ball was hit on a rope by Beebe, and that'll bring in the right fielder, Alyssa Maldonado. Maldonado, a .287 hitter. 7 home runs, 38 driven in. 2 outs here in the second, and it's fouled straight back. Scoreless between Indian Hills and Iowa Western. Grote trying to retire the first 6 of the ball game. The 0-1 popped up and out of play. It sounded like somebody's car got hit there. No ball, 2-strike count. The 0-2. It's a little ground ball to short. Fielded, fired across, and in time as Bakley gets Maldonado. And after striking out the side in the first, Grote gives up balls put in play, but Indian Hills makes the plays and retires the side in the second. Ground out to short, diving play in left, and another ground out to short. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. We're through 1.5. Indian Hills and Iowa Western scoreless. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Warriors. Chloe Olson, Jaylee Reitz, and Alexis Westerkamp. Indian Hills, after their win earlier, is now 36-16. And Iowa Western is 33-22. Indian Hills has now won 19 straight games. This one looks like it could be one of those pitchers' battles where it's going to take execution to be able to score a run. Both pitchers are very good. So Chloe Olson will lead it off. I believe she hit a 2-run homer earlier against MCC. She did. That was her third. Actually, that was her 14th. I misread that. Now that's in there for a strike. So no ball, 1-strike count. As Katz comes with the pitch and misses high and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. As Katz misses inside, 2-1. Olson with 60 hits, 16 doubles, 2 triples, 14 home runs. The 2-1 has popped up and out of play, and that was almost bad news for Rivers parked right in the front there. That ball would have flew a little farther. That would have hit the windshield. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Katz. That's back-to-back strikeouts. And that'll bring in Jaylee Reitz.
The first baseman, number 16, Jaylee Reitz.
And 4 in a row retired by Katz to start the ball game. As Katz a long look in. Misses high. Wright's a 273 hitter. 8 home runs, 27 driven in. And that pitch misses away. 2 balls and no strikes. A 2-0 count on Reitz. And that's in there for a strike. The count goes to 2-1. Bottom of the second inning, scoreless between Indian Hills and Iowa Western. Popped up and foul. The winner of this game would move in to the 1 o'clock game tomorrow afternoon. The loser will play Southeastern in an elimination game at 11 a.m. tomorrow. 2-ball, 2-strike count on Reitz. And just off the inside corner. And the count is 3-2. So the count full on Reitz. And she strikes out swinging. So 3 straight strikeouts for Katz. And that's her 3rd strikeout of the game. And 5 straight retired by the Reaver pitcher. And Alexis Westerkamp will stand in and takes the ball in the dirt. One ball, no strike count on Westerkamp. And she swings through it and misses. So the count goes to 1-1. The 1 ball, 1 strike count. In the dirt, 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike on Westerkamp. She's a .360 hitter. And she pops it up right side, and that's going to be out of play. And that's about all the piece of the ball that either side getting. A lot of foul balls thus far. 2 ball, 2 strike, and that misses in the dirt. And the count goes to 3-2. So back-to-back full counts on Reitz and Westerkamp. Reitz struck out. What will happen with Westerkamp? She drives one out to deep left center field. That ball is carrying well. That ball's out of here. Westerkamp on a 3-2 pitch, clubs it over the left center field fence. And it's 1-0 Indian Hills on her 11th home run of the season. As she got that pitch and blasted it.
Third baseman number 12, George Howell.
That ball was well out of here. It was just lined over the left center field fence. And that pitch misses in. So Indian Hills strikes first here in the second, and they lead it 1-0. The 1-0 in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. On Jordan Holland, she drives one well down the left field line and foul. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. A 1-2 pitch coming to Holland. The Warrior third baseman. She grounds this one to short. Fielded the throw in time as Lee retires Holland. 6-3 on the putout, but Indian Hills does get a run. Solo homer by Alexis Westerkamp makes it 1-0 Indian Hills. They get 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. No one left on base. We've played 2 innings. Indian Hills holding a 1-0 lead. As we head into the top of the third, it'll be Allison O'Driscoll, Madison Kim, and Logan Brown for the Reavers. One to nothing Indian Hills on the 11th home run by Alexis Westerkamp. And it was not a cheap one. She got it. Got one out over the plate. Just lined it over the left field fence. More like left center. And now the designated player O'Driscoll will stand in for Iowa Western. 245 hitter on the season. She drew a couple of walks against Southeastern that were pivotal as they helped to set up the 3-run homer at the time by Gregory. And also she walked and scored on the grand slam. As that pitch misses in for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. And Grote comes with the pitch, popped up and out of play. One ball, 1 strike. And just missed off the inside. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1. Missed high, 3-1. O'Driscoll trying to become the Reavers' first base runner. And she'll do so if she can draw one more wide one. The 3-1 pitch. Inside, ball 4. So a leadoff walk to O'Driscoll. And that'll bring in the first base, Madison Kim.
The first baseman, number 12, Madison Kim.
We'll see if Kim's could be bunting here. Does not appear so. Pops it up, and nobody's going to be able to get to it. A 0-1 count on Kim. So she was bunting on the first pitch. Western coach by Ben Greer. And bunts the second pitch, pops it up in the air, but the runner O'Driscoll smartly went back to the bag. That's an F3. But a wasted out for Iowa Western. As Logan Brown will stand in, the number 9 hitter. She drives one out of play and foul. And the count at no balls and a strike. The 0-1. Fouled back again. 0-2. Brown, a .290 hitter on the season. Runner down at first base is O'Driscoll. She walked. And that pitch misses up. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the third. Indian Hills a 1-0 lead. And Grote misses wide again. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now. On deck, the center fielder, Lily Gregory. We've already seen her homer once today earlier against Southeastern. 2 ball, 2 strike pitch to Brown. Swing and a miss. She struck her out. So the 4th strikeout for Grote. 2nd out here in the third.
The center fielder, number 7, Lily Gregory.
And that'll bring in the center fielder, Gregory. She struck out swinging in the first. She's got the power to tie this thing, though, or to actually give Iowa Western the lead. As that pitch misses high and away. 1-0 count. Gregory from Boise, Idaho. Change up, misses high and inside. Sophomore center fielder. 2-ball, no strike count. Runner still down at first, and that misses high, 3-0. Well, now on a 3-0 pitch, does Gregory have the green light here? The way she swings the bat, you would bet she would. The 3-0, and she takes a strike. Now, where does Grote go here? Does she want to be careful with Gregory, or does she go after aggressively on this 3-1 pitch? Here it comes. Missed down and in, down and away, and walks Lily Gregory. And that'll bring in the number 2 hitter, Carly Benesh. She also struck out swinging in the first. So the tying run now down at second base in the form of Allison O'Driscoll. Lily Gregory at first base. And runners on first and second now with 2 outs. And time is called. Benesh has driven in 15 on the season. And she takes a strike on the outside corner. The count, no balls and a strike. And the 0-1, did she go? She did not. The Indian Hills fans thought she went. The umpire behind third base said no. I couldn't tell from behind the play, the 1-1. And that just missed off the outside. 2 balls and a strike. Two 2-1 count on Benesh. Here in the top of the third, 1-0 Indian Hills. It's popped up left side and out of play. The count is now 2-2. And a base hit. I wonder if the Reavers will try and score O'Driscoll. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck her out. Benesh strikes out. The 5th strikeout for Grote. Indian Hills does get their first 2 base runners, but they leave both stranded. So no runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left on for the Reavers in the third. We'll head into the bottom of the third inning. It'll be the bottom of the order, 8, 9, and 1. Abigail Sweet, Taylor Spreckelmeyer, and Brooke Snyder coming up for the Warriors. 1-0 Indian Hills on the Westerkamp solo homer in the second inning. Cats will go back to work here in the bottom of the third. Our tournament started this morning at 10 a.m. with Indian Hills defeating MCC in 5 innings, 11-3. Then the noon game, Iowa Western beat Southeastern 8-3. Our 2 o'clock game saw Southeastern rally for 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th to end MCC's season, winning 4-3. And here we are in our final game of the day with Indian Hills holding on to a 1-0 lead. As Abby Sweet will stand in and will take away 1 ball, no strikes. And Sweet takes ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes. Sweet just a 206 hitter. 2 home runs, 11 driven in. That's in there for a strike. So the count now 2-1. On deck is the number 9 hitter, Spreckelmeyer. As the 2-1 pitch popped up, and that's going to be out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Line down the third baseline and foul. So another 2 ball, 2 strike count. And Sweet will step back in, and she drives another one to the third base side. Another 2-2 pitch coming here. Katz has struck out 3. She's allowed just 1 hit, but it was a home run. Another bloop shot this time. Another foul ball. The third baseman, Brown, couldn't quite get to it. And we'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Katz with the pitch. Driven deep down the left field side, but that's, again, foul. What an at bat here for Sweet. Coming up on the 7th pitch of the at bat. And almost froze her. I think Sweet might have thought that was strike 3. She looked like she was headed back to the dugout, but it's inside. The 3-2 pitch. Line towards short. It'll be caught by Lee. Just a soft line drive. And there's 1 away here in the bottom of the 3rd. That'll bring in the number 9 hitter, Taylor Spreckelmeyer. And Spreckelmeyer takes a ball. 1-0 count. And the catch hits the inside corner this time. And the count goes to 1-1. The 1-1 pitch to Spreckelmeyer. That just missed off the inner half. She's been trying to hit that inside corner. And now a 2-1 delivery. Ground ball picked up by the pitcher, Katz, and she'll throw on to first for the out. So quickly 2 retired here in the 3rd. Katz struck out the first 2 of the 2nd before Westerkamp hit a home run. And that'll bring in the top of the order and Brooke Snyder. She's 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And as that pitch hits the inside corner. 0-1 count on Snyder. Katz's pitch in the dirt. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Snyder with 21 home runs, 65 driven in, 424 hitter. And that another miss off the inside corner. As Katz has been trying to hit that inside corner. The 2-1 locked up Snyder there, and the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So now a 2-2 pitch coming to Snyder. And she struck her out looking. So Snyder down on strikes and a 1-2-3 inning for Cats.
On the third inning, due up in the top of the fourth for the Reavers. Lead.
No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. Second time today that Cats has retired Indian Hills in order. We've played 3 innings. Indian Hills holding on to a 1-0 lead. The only run coming on the Alexis Westerkamp solo home run in the second. We start the top of the fourth. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for Iowa Western. Tyler Lee, Sydney Reamer, and Cassidy Beebe. Lee struck out in the first. Reamer grounded to short. Beebe lined out to left on a diving catch by Sprecklemeyer. Alexis Grote will go back to work, holding on to a 1-0 lead. Pretty good crowd on hand. For this final game of day number 1. This is the winner's bracket championship game. The winner of this game has a big advantage because you have that advantage that you can lose once and still win the title, as that is popped up high right over us. And no balls and a strike on Lee. She struck out swinging after fouling off a number of pitches in the first inning. Now she starts the fourth. The 0-1. It's driven out to center field, high into the air, and it's going to be caught by Chloe Olson. That was a towering fly ball by Lee, but she just got under it. And it's just a harmless fly out to center. That'll bring in the second baseman, Sydney Reamer. She pitched a complete game earlier in the circle in the win over Southeastern. And she takes away for ball 1. And time is called. As the Indian Hills third baseman Holland had a conversation with the umpire there. The 1-0, and it's fouled off. Looked like it hit the very end of the bat. A weird sound. 1 ball, 1 strike. We've gotten further into the day. It's turning out to be just a picture-perfect day for this tournament. Change up, popped up, and foul. Reamer was fooled on that, but was still able to get a piece. 1 ball, 2 strike count. As Grote looking for her 6th punch out. This ball's tapped towards second, and Snyder will make the catch. And there's 2 away here in the fourth. Iowa Western, only 2 base runners were walks. And we have to get a hit through the first 3 2/3. And the changeup stays down. 1 ball, no strikes on Beebe. She's probably the one that hit the ball the hardest for Iowa Western. She lined it towards left, and Sprecklemeyer made a nice kind of sliding, diving catch. Count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Popped up on the infield. Over is Holland. She'll make the catch. And a 1-2-3 inning for Indian Hills. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. Played 3.5. Indian Hills holding on to a 1-0 lead. Be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the bottom of the fourth. Vanessa Bakley, Macy Harrington, and Chloe Olson. Indian Hills' only run coming on the Alexis Westerkamp home run. And that right now is the difference at 1-0. Warriors on top of the Reavers. And it will be Bakley to lead it off. She popped out to third. A nice play by Brown in foul territory. Harrington struck out swinging, and Olson struck out swinging. Now Bakley will lead it off here in the fourth. And she pops it up to third again, and it'll be caught by Brown. So 2 straight pop-ups by Bakley to third base. 1 in foul territory. That one stayed pretty much fair. Might have been a little foul at the end, but away and easy out. Harrington steps in and fouls it straight back. The count goes to no balls and a strike. Harrington with 23 home runs on the season for Indian Hills. And she takes in on a pitch down at her ankles. 1 ball, 1 strike. Harrington has 58 hits, 7 of those doubles, 3 triples, 23 home runs. The 1-1 ground ball, hard hit to third, but foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch coming from Katz. She's retired 1. 5 in a row. Misses in the dirt here. 2-2 count. The 2-2. And it's fouled off of the hitter Harrington. Coach Deal telling her to take a minute. And we'll have another 2-ball, 2-strike pitch. Katz is set to deliver, and she strikes out another. Julie Katz has struck out Harrington twice now. She struck out 4, and now will face Chloe Olson, who she struck out in the second. Retired 6 in a row. As that pitch misses. And the 1-0 on the inside corner, a strike. Katz still has only allowed just the 1 hit. It's the only hit of the ball game, and it was a home run. Popped up, right side, now to play. And the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled back again. Another 1-2. As Katz trying for her second strikeout of the inning. Driven out to center field. Long run, Gregory, but she's going to get there to make the catch. As that was hit on a line.
1, 2, 3 for Indian Hills in the bottom of the fourth.
Gregory able to get it.
For the Reavers. Maldonado.
And we played 4 innings. Indian Hills holding on to a 1-0 lead. Iowa Western in the 5th will have Alyssa Maldonado, Allison O'Driscoll, and Madison Kim. Be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. And Alexis Grote has yet to allow a hit through 4. It'll be Grote against Maldonado to start off this 5th inning. 1-0 Indian Hills on the Westerkamp home run. These teams split in the regular season with both winning 2. The loser of this game is not eliminated, though. They still would play tomorrow at 11 a.m. versus Southeastern.
The right fielder, number 1, Alyssa Maldonado.
As Alyssa Maldonado will step in. She bounced to short her first time in the 2nd. And she starts the 5th with a foul ball down the right field side. The count at no balls and a strike. As Maldonado fouls off another pitch. And Grote once again ahead in the count. And she comes with the 0-2 delivery. And Maldonado just able to lay off. And Maldonado from West Covina, California. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled back again. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 changeup, ground ball to third, fielded by Holland, high throw, but Wright's able to make the catch, and then looked like she didn't appreciate Maldonado making contact with her. 5-3 on the putout, and there's 1 away here in the 5th. That'll bring in Allison O'Driscoll. She drew a walk in the 3rd inning. As Grote misses up. 1 ball and no strikes. One to nothing Indian Hills. As it's fouled straight back. The only hit, the only run, a home run by Westerkamp. Iowa Western has yet to get a hit against Grote. And just the 1 hit for Indian Hills against Cats. But right now, that's the difference in the game as that pitch missed in. 2 balls and a strike on O'Driscoll. Missed away, 3-1. Over the 2nd straight at bat, O'Driscoll has worked the count to 3-1. And a chance to reach base for the 2nd time today. And she grounds it hard down the first baseline. That's a fair ball. O'Driscoll will stop at first. And the first hit of the game for Iowa Western belongs to Allison O'Driscoll. She just shot that one down the first baseline. And she's now got 26 hits. And that'll bring in the first baseman, Madison Kim. With one out here in the top of the 5th inning. Now the tying run down at first base. Big swing and a miss. Kim tried to bunt her first time and popped it up to first. Not bunting on that first pitch. With one out, you probably wouldn't be. And Kim behind in the count, and no balls and 2 strikes. Kim a .302 hitter on the season, 6 home runs, 18 driven in. The 0-2 delivery from Grote, fouled off towards the right side. Kim definitely late on it, but she's able to poke it foul. Another 0-2 pitch. It's popped up. Out is Westerkamp diving, and that ball was touched in fair territory, but the runner at first is going to be out at second. So Kim will reach on a fielder's choice. O'Driscoll was really, there was nothing she could do about that. The only way she could have been safe would have been if Holland dove and knocked it further away, and then she would have been able to advance because he would have had to go back to first, thinking the ball was going to be caught, as Brown takes a strike on the inside corner. So now it's Kim down at first base, and there's 2 away here in the 5th. Brown drives one foul. And the count of no balls and 2 strikes. Now 0-2 on Brown. Takes high. 1-2 count. If Brown could get on, that would bring up the center fielder, Gregory. Grote would rather face Gregory in the 6th. The 1-2, foul back. And we'll stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch, missed high, 2-2. Brown laying off a couple of good pitches. Now the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Grote has struck out 5. And he fouls it back. That one came straight at us.
Yeah, it did.
Thought it was going to be caught by the catcher, and then it was right on top of me. The 2-2 pitch. Missed high and away, 3-2. So what an at-bat for Logan Brown. And the top hitter for the Reavers is on deck. That's the key at-bat here. The 3-2 pitch coming. Popped up and foul again. So Brown probably giving Grote the best at bat by a Reaver here today. She struck out swinging in the 2nd. And she pops it up and foul again. Nobody wanting to give in here. Top of the 5th inning, 1-0 Indian Hills. 3-2 pitch coming to Logan Brown, runner on first. The pitch, fouled off again. What an at-bat. At least 8 or 9 pitches here. There's 3 straight foul balls on the 3-2, so this will be the 9th pitch. And it's fouled back again, so we're going to have another one. And it'll be a 10th pitch of the at-bat as the Warriors infielders trying to pump up Grote. The center fielder, Gregory, hoping she gets a chance here in the 5th. Another 3-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. So striking out on a 11-pitch at bat is Logan Brown.
One runner left on base. Drew up in the bottom.
And Indian Hills does, or Iowa Western does get their first hit,
Holland.
but unable to bring her around as they get one hit, no runs, no errors, leave one. Iowa Western has left 3 through 5. So we head into the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Reitz, Westerkamp, and Holland. Westerkamp has the only hit for Indian Hills, and it was a home run. Made it 1-0 back in the 2nd inning. It's the Iowa Community College Athletic Conference Division I softball tournament. Andy Jennings with you from the MCC Tiger Softball Complex. Very well played game here in our final game of the day. And Indian Hills holding a 1-0 lead. Julie Katz has made just one mistake. It was a line drive home run by Westerkamp. He hasn't walked the batter. She's allowed just the one hit. She's also struck out 4. So Reitz will lead it off to start the 5th. She struck out swinging in the 2nd.
The first baseman, number 16, Jaylee Wright.
So Jaylee Reitz will lead it off. As Katz looks in with the pitch. It's popped up high in the infield. The shortstop Lee's got it. And there's one away. I've had so many balls go backwards, I figured it was heading out of play, but that one just straight up in the air on the infield.
Probably 25 foul balls in this game already.
Yeah, I know. You just assume when it's hit. As Westerkamp will stand in, she's got the biggest at-bat of the game thus far. She drove a 3-2 pitch over the fence. And that lead holds up right now over. And that ball is going to drop foul. So the count 1-1 strike. Kim gave it a look, but couldn't quite get there. Bottom of the 5th inning, 1-0 Indian Hills. Popped up again. And the count is 1-2. As Katz, since the home run, has retired 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in a row. The 1-2 pitch, ground ball to short. Lee will field, fires to first in time to get Westerkamp. So 6-3 on the putout, and 9 in a row retired by Reavers pitcher Julie Katz.
The third baseman, number 12, Jordan Holland.
As Jordan Holland will stand in, she's bounced to short. She pops it up and out of play. A lot of cars have disappeared from where they were. I think the baseball team just got done with practice. And they cleared out some of the parking lot. 1-1 strike count on Jordan Holland. This ball driven high up into the air and foul. The So 1 ball, 2 strike count as Cats trying to retire 10 in a row. Holland trying to snap that streak at 9. And in the dirt. Out even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cats has struck out 4. Looking for number 5 here with the 2-2. And it popped up. Short left field again and bounced off the fence and foul. Another 2 ball, 2 strike count. As Cats looks in, the pitch popped up again and again. It's going to be foul. No, not very often. 2 ball, 2 strike count, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th inning, 1-0 Indian Hills. Westerkamp homered in the 2nd. It's the only hit for Indian Hills and the only run of the game. And strike 3 called. So Cats has retired 10 in a row. And Iowa Western will have the top of the order coming up in the top of the 6th. As Indian Hills, no runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on ever since that home run. 10 in a row retired by Julie Cats. Still a 1-0 lead. Indian Hills will head into the 6th. It'll be Lily Gregory to lead it off for the Reavers, followed by Carly Beness and Tyler Lee. They'll face Alexis Grote, who's also only allowed 1 hit. She has walked a couple. She allowed her first hit in the 5th inning to Allison O'Driscoll. A shot down the first baseline. So just a 1-0 game. We saw Gregory earlier blast a home run to right center to give her team a 3-1 lead at the time. Now she bats here as the potential tying run in the 6th. She'll step in. She's hit 7 home runs on the season. Driven in 43. As Gregory will stand in from the left side. Rowe with the first pitch. It's a ground ball left side under the glove of the shortstop. And a leadoff single for Gregory. So Gregory is on. She's got 7 stolen bases, has not been caught. And you got to be betting that Beness is up here to bunt in this situation. She's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Shows bunt, drops it down perfectly. Holland's throw is going to be in time. Nice play by Jordan Holland at third to get Beness. But the execution perfectly on the sacrifice. And that'll bring in Tyler Lee with the tying run out at second base. And Lily Gregory, Lee is struck out in the 1st and flew out to center in the 4th. Top of the 6th inning, 1-0 Indian Hills. 1 out. Changeup, missed outside. Gutsy pitch, but just missed, and now time is called. As Holland needed to fix her pants at third. Now she's got it figured out. And the pitch is high. 2-0 count on Tyler Lee. She's the top RBI hitter for Iowa Western. She's driven in 56 on the season. And time called by the catcher, Westerkamp. A 2-0 pitch coming here is Lee Hacken. Takes on the outside corner, a strike. Really good location there for Grote as she hits the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike on Lee. The tying run at second. 1 out here in the 6th. Popped up left side. That's going to be out of play. And the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. So even at 2 on Lee. The Reaver shortstop trying to come up clutch here in the 6th. The pitch. It's a little bloop shot, but the shortstop Bakley's going to make the catch. And now there's 2 away. So 2 outs here in the 6th, and that'll bring in Sydney Reamer. As time is called. As Coach Greer talking to his second baseman, Reamer. As she steps in with a chance to tie the game with a hit. She has hit 7 home runs. If she were to drive one out now, would give Iowa Western a 2-1 lead. Grote trying to work through the 6th inning. She gave up the leadoff single. Popped up and foul. Oh, 1 count on Reamer. He digs in the right batter's box. The 0-1 pitch. Hits the outside corner, strike 2. An 0-2 delivery coming here. And just able to stay alive is Reamer. She's driven in 42 on the season. She's grounded to short and popped to second here today. An 0-2 pitch. Fouled back again. So another 0-2 coming from Grote to Reamer. And it's a ground ball back through the middle, fielded. The throw is going to be in time as Snyder able to get Reamer. And a big out as Indian Hills able to escape the 6th with the lead at 1-0. Iowa Western gets a hit, no runs, no errors, and leaves 1. Well, the Reavers now with 2 hits. Indian Hills only 1, but they got the only thing that matters on the scoreboard, a run. On the home run by Westerkamp, that's the only hit of the game for Indian Hills. Julie Katz has retired 10 straight since giving up the home run. But she still trails in this one 1-0. For Indian Hills, it'll be Abigail Sweet, Taylor Spreckelmeyer, and Brooke Snyder in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's been a well-played game. Just the 1 home run is all the difference.
designated player, number 19, Abby Sweet.
And Abby Sweet will stand in and takes a strike. And behind on the count at no balls and 2 strikes is Sweet. So Cats ahead at 0-2, trying to retire her 11th. She struck out 5 and missed away this time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck is Spreckelmeyer. The 1-2 on Sweet. Hard line drive down the third base side and foul. And another 1 ball, 2 strike pitch coming. The only run of the game came on Westerkamp's home run on a 3-2 pitch in the second. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, foul down to third. So Sweet, a couple of foul balls. And the pitch from Cats, another ground ball foul. She's jamming her, getting the pitch right in on the hands. But Sweet able to pull it foul. Another 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at the changeup. 6 punch outs. 11 in a row retired by Cats. As that'll bring in the number 9 hitter, Taylor Spreckelmeyer, the left fielder. And she takes a strike on the inside corner. The leadoff hitter, Snyder, on deck. Is the 0-1. Missed up. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Missed off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Indian Hills holding a 1-0 lead. It's fouled straight back. The winner of this game would be 1 win away from clinching the conference championship. The loser will have to play Southeastern tomorrow at 11 a.m. Foul back again. And the count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The winner goes into the championship game at 1 tomorrow. The 2-2, down and in, 3-2. A full count pitch coming here to Spreckelmeyer. And missed inside, so ball 4. That ends a streak of 11 consecutive batters retired by Julie Katz. And now Brooke Snyder will hit with a chance to give Indian Hills some insurance runs. As that pitch hits the outside corner, strike. Snyder with 21 home runs, so she could make it 3-0 with 1 swing and drives this one down foul. A little bit out in front. Snyder hit 2 two-run homers in the win over MCC. Here she's 0 for 2, a fly out to center and a strikeout looking. Down at first base, Spreckelmeyer. The pitch. It's popped up, short right field. Out is the second baseman making the catch. Throw back to first, and that's a double play. as Reamer made the running catch and then fired it back to the first baseman, Kim, to double off Spreckelmeyer, as Spreckelmeyer got too far off the bag. And we'll head into the top of the 7th. As Indian Hills just 3 outs away from clinching a spot in the championship game tomorrow afternoon. Iowa Western needs a run to tie it as we head into the 7th. We played 6 innings. Indian Hills a 1-0 lead. The Warriors just 1 hit, and it was a home run for Westerkamp. And that gave Indian Hills a 1-0 lead in the 2nd inning. It's been 1-0 all the way to this point. As Alexis Grote trying to finish the complete game shutout. She's allowed just 2 hits. It'll be Cassidy Beebe, Alyssa Maldonado, and Allison O'Driscoll. Iowa Western needs 1 to get the game to the bottom of the 7th. As Beebe will stand in. She's 0 for 2, a line out to left, and a pop out to third. And a changeup in the dirt ball. I thought Beebe might be guessing fastball. And that pitch missed up. 2 balls and no strikes. A 2-0 count now on Beebe. She has hit 4 home runs. And she takes a strike on the inside corner. Well, the count is 2-1. As Beebe now the count even as that got a piece of the catcher Westerkamp. And she's had to knock the wind out of herself. Needs help up. With a foul ball off the bat of Beebe. That looked like it got Westerkamp. But she's smiling and laughing, so looks like she's going to be okay. Catchers are tough. Westerkamp's home run, the only run of the game. 2-ball, 2-strike count on Cassidy Beebe. As Grohl looks in. It's popped up to center field. In is Olsen. She'll make the catch. And Indian Hills now just 2 outs away. Iowa Western still trailing 1-0 with 1 out here in the 7th. It'll be Alyssa Maldonado. She's grounded to short and grounded to third. Takes high for ball 1.
The right fielder, number 1, Alyssa Maldonado.
Maldonado, a .287 hitter. She has hit 7 out. And she does have the power to tie it with 1 swing. And she was trying to on that one. The count even a 1-ball, 1 strike. Swung at a pitch up in the zone there. On deck is O'Driscoll. The 1-1 on the outside corner, strike 2. So Grote trying to finish Maldonado to pick up the 2nd out here in the 7th. And Maldonado strikes out swinging. So 2 away here in the top of the 7th.
The designated player, number 17, Allison
That's
O'Driscoll.
6 strikeouts for Grote. And now, actually 7 strikeouts. And that'll bring in Iowa Western's last hope and Allison O'Driscoll. Inside corner for a strike. O'Driscoll has walked and singled. She swings through strike 2. Well, now Indian Hill just 1 strike away from a 1-0 victory. As O'Driscoll takes a deep breath and steps into the box. The 0-2 from Grote. Missed up. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We saw earlier Southeastern was down to their final out before getting a home run from Rosado and rallying for a second run to beat MCC. Here Indian Hill's 1 strike away, fouled straight back. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Grote has struck out 7. Looking for number 8. And a complete game 2-hit shutout. The pitch. Swing and a miss, but it gets away from Westerkamp. The throw to first is not in time. O'Driscoll just beat it out. And the drop third strike will give Madison Kim an opportunity. And it looks like we're going to have a change. A pinch runner coming on. Number 11. Natalie Gunn will run at first for O'Driscoll.
Running for the Reavers, number 11, Natalie Gunn.
So Natalie Gunn will run as Madison Kim stands in. The tying run now at first, the potential go-ahead run at the plate, and Kim. Swing and a miss. 0-1 count. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. 1-0 Indian Hills. And that hits the outside corner. Well, the count now 0-2 on Kim. She's popped out to first on a bunt and reached on a fielder's choice. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. And Grote completes it with her 8th strikeout.
1 run on 1 hit. Committed no errors, left no runners on base.
Another runner left on by Iowa Western. They leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on base. And Indian Hills just 1 hit in the game, but it was a solo home run by Alexis Westerkamp. So that means tomorrow it will be Iowa Western against Southeastern for the 2nd time. And Indian Hills goes in to the championship game where they will face the winner of Iowa Western and Southeastern, as those 2 teams will play an elimination game tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. The championship would be at 1. Indian Hills, by winning this game, now stand just 1 win away from taking the conference championship. The winner of the Iowa Western Southeastern game will now have to beat Indian Hills twice to win the conference title. But a great day for tournament softball as 4 games in the books. And at the end of the day, it'll be Southeastern and Iowa Western tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. in an elimination game And the winner of that game will play Indian Hills in the conference championship game. So that will wrap up our coverage of day one of the Iowa Community College Athletic Conference Division I softball tournament. I'm Andy Jennings for Isaac Comstock, Steve Muntz, and all of us here at the MCC Tiger Softball Complex. We'll say goodnight for now, as it will be Iowa Western and Southeastern when we resume tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. here on the Tiger Sports Network.